Coming up on Juice in Java, we'll cover the opioid crisis, airport security, and the Student Association's trip to Puerto Rico.
And Miss Erie Canal 2018 will join us in studio.
All of that and more starts right now.
Good morning, I'm Rebekah Castor.
And I'm Noah Eagle. Thanks for starting your morning with us.
Let's kick things off with the squeeze. President Trump responds to the opioid crisis crippling the nation. The leader declared a public health emergency on Thursday to combat the issue. More than 59,000 people died due to the opioid abuse in 2016. Many are criticizing Trump for calling the crisis a public health emergency instead of a national one. Throughout his campaign, Trump promised several times that he would declare the epidemic a national emergency. His current plan does not include additional funds to battle the crisis. Trump revealed that the government would produce many advertisements to persuade Americans not to try opioids in the first place.
And this is huge, especially right here in central New York, because there's a huge opioid crisis right here where people are dying at an alarming rate. I know it's going down, but nonetheless, something that, central New Yorkers, Syracuse residents have to keep in their minds, and I'm glad that President Trump is finally addressing it.
Yes, this issue does really hit close to home, and people are criticizing him, saying that it's a public health emergency, but at least he's not saying that it's a criminal justice issue. At least we're past that step. So it's a step in the right direction, and hopefully we'll see an announcement in the next few days about funding for this problem.
Yeah, well, anything that's going to get these deaths down, the death rates down, is something that I'm all for, because it's definitely a national issue at this point and something that needs to be addressed. And like I said, I'm glad he's addressing it.
Me too.
If you're planning on flying somewhere for the holidays, get ready for things to get a little more complicated. All flights coming to the United States will now face stricter security measures. American citizens and foreigners will now be possibly interviewed by airline employees before being able to board the flight. The TSA announced these new measures after 5 global airlines said they would independently put them in motion. A TSA spokesperson says this will affect all airports, with flights going to the U.S. and around 2,100 flights a day.
Yeah, so this is a pretty big change. What's your take on this?
I'm not really sure about this, because honestly, I feel like most of the people that they're going to be interviewing, they're already taking to the side and interviewing them during security and when they're putting their stuff through the scanner. So I don't really know if this is necessary for them to really implement. They're basically just telling people ahead of time, yeah, you're going to be interviewed.
Yeah, and how are they going to interview everybody?
Exactly.
I hear that some airlines are just doing an extra form, some are pulling people aside. How are they going to decide? Like, is everybody going to be pulled aside?
Yeah, it's a really good question. It's something that they're going to have to address, because I really just don't know the logistics of this whole thing, how it's going to be possible for them to really decide who to pick out, because like I said, they're already deciding who they want to pick out, and they're not even telling them ahead of time now. So what's the difference?
Yeah, we'll have to see how this one develops.
Oh.
Police in Honolulu this week will start writing tickets for people crossing the road while on their phones. Honolulu is the first major city to enforce such a law, saying it is due to the increase in pedestrians being hit while crossing the road. Under the new law, the only reason a pedestrian is allowed to be on their phone while crossing a road is to call 911. The minimum fine starts at $15, but repeat offenders could face anywhere from $75 to $99.
I love this. I literally love this, because do you know how many times I've been walking in the street, maybe New York City, whatever it may be, and someone has just bumped directly into me. I swear it happens all the time. I can't handle it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a little bit of a humorous law. I couldn't imagine them trying to implement this in Syracuse. I mean, especially with students, we're on our phones all the time walking class. I'm crossing the street on my phone. I couldn't imagine having to get a ticket.
For someone like me who's so bad with direction, a lot of times I'll use my phone just to get around.
Just the walking route.
Exactly.
Me too.
All right, let me plug in this building here. Let me get there. And if I didn't have my phone, I'd be lost pretty much constantly. So, would you let a stranger into your home? A nice little transition there. How about that one? Amazon hopes so, as they develop a new addition to Prime delivery. The service, called Amazon Key, will be available to Prime users and allows Amazon's delivery service to unlock your door and leave your package inside. The service comes paired with a new Amazon-built security camera called CloudCam that records deliveries and streams live or recorded video to your smartphone. The aim is to eliminate packages being stolen from doorsteps and is the latest effort by Amazon to compete with rivals like Walmart.
Okay, this kind of makes me nervous.
Kind of. This makes me extremely nervous.
I mean, I think it's a good idea. You know, I think that the vision is there, but all it takes is one bad apple and the whole thing is over.
All right. Yeah, one bad apple is exactly what it takes, because I just don't feel comfortable with letting someone. I actually got my stuff taken last year from my own room.
That's right.
So I feel extra security with this type of stuff, of people coming into my home, and I know they have a job and they're just doing their job, but I don't trust anybody anymore. So for me, this is not something that's going to make me feel safe, even with their so-called cloud cam.
Yeah, I mean, all it takes is what if the employee just put like a mask on?
Exactly.
You know, like they have a delivery to a really like fancy home, you know?
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, no, anything can happen.
In campus news, though, SU continues its tradition of honoring the 35 SU lives lost in the Pan Am flight bombing nearly 3 decades ago. Remembrance scholars spent the week, also called Remembrance Week, raising awareness about the tragedy. Each scholar also represents a specific student who passed in the bombing. They contact their families and learn more about their corresponding student to keep their memories alive. Some of the key events throughout the week included a candlelight visual on Sunday, terrorism panels on Monday and Wednesday, and a rose-laying ceremony Friday.
And this is something that really hits home for me, because my mom was actually in London right when that Pan Am flight went down. And she actually, I believe, was one flight before that. So one more day, she probably would have been on that flight. So this one hits home. She knew a lot of the people that were affected by it. And I'm glad that they're doing this pretty much every year to really just keep it in the minds of people, keep it fresh, you know?
Yes, this week, I think it's a great tradition that SU holds. And it really holds the motto that the Remembrance scholars are trying to do, you know, remember and act forward.
Right, absolutely. And something that, like I said, I look forward to every year because it does hit home for me. All right, wondering what you could do to help Puerto Rico? The SU Student Association and Hendricks Chapel are teaming up with an outside organization to offer students the opportunity to volunteer on the island. People on the trip will be housed and assigned work throughout the Southern Baptist Disaster Relief. But you don't have to be a Christian to apply. Students selected to go on the trip will have to fundraise a certain amount of money, and the rest of the trip expenses will be sponsored by SU. Applications are due November 3rd, and all undergraduates are encouraged to apply. This trip is planned for December 16th to the 22nd.
I absolutely love that the Student Association is doing something like this. You know, it's right during the holiday season, you know, sending students out to lend a helping hand. I think it's in a great spirit.
Absolutely. SA has been nailing it so far, by the way. James Franco, our new SA president,
this is
has
a great
done a great
administration.
job. He's done a fantastic job, and this just adds to his repertoire right here, because this is something that students can do to make themselves feel a little bit better and also help the community. It's something that I'm all for. I'm completely behind it. I'd love to hear after, you know, they get back, some of the students about their experience, exactly what they did when they got to Puerto Rico. Yeah, maybe we should. A little tease. How about that? But yeah, I'm really excited to see how this all goes, how it turns out for them, and I'm impressed that they've put this all together so quickly.
Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity for students to spend their winter break actually making a difference.
Absolutely.
After the break, Miss Erie Canal 2018 is in studio.
And we'll tell you about what she plans on doing during her term and her plans for the future.
Stay with us.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I had something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Got a quarter?
go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. You're gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Oh, no. Oh, look at the rain. Okay, quick. Oh, yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. Yeah, Dad. We're getting so wet. Oh,
Java.
Today in studio we have Christopher Hoda, who was just crowned Miss Erie Canal 2018. Thanks so much for coming in today.
Thanks for having me.
So how did you get involved in the pageant world?
So my cousin had competed in Miss New York's Outstanding Teen, which is the little sister program to Miss America and Miss New York. And her director had approached me and said, I know you like to sing, I know you love to be on stage, so why don't we give this a shot? So I was crowned Miss Empire Rose Outstanding Teen, and I went on to compete for Miss New York's Outstanding Teen, and my first try I won. And I got to represent the state for the year, and I went to Miss America's Outstanding Teen. I took a couple years off, got used to college, and now here we are. I'm competing for Miss New York in June.
That's
Okay,
awesome.
so yeah, it started in the family then. Can we talk about your parents, how they help you along this journey, and are they supportive, etc.?
Absolutely, my parents are so supportive. My dad loves to sing, my mom loves to dance, so getting to see me on stage again is like a dream come true for them, and they are so supportive through everything I do.
So what's one of your favorite things about competing?
I love to sing, like I was saying. I'm in high school, I did theater, so getting to go up there and perform my talent is so rewarding.
Absolutely, and I know there's a lot of preparation that goes into being a possible Miss America contestant. What can you describe to us of what you're doing to prepare right now?
Yeah, so right now it's a lot of fitness. I'm getting prepared for that lifestyle and fitness portion of competition, working out, eating right. There's interview prep. I have an interview with the judges. They can ask me any current event questions, so just keeping up to date on all of that, and also perfecting my talent.
Yeah, good show to come on for that,
Yeah.
for that prep. You know?
So you were just crowned Miss Erie Canal, and so I know you have your full reign ahead of you. So what are you doing during your reign?
Yeah, so I have a lot of different appearances. My personal platform is Share the Power of a Wish. It works alongside Make-A-Wish and just encouraging volunteerism and fundraising for those kids, because I believe every kid that's eligible for a wish should get one and get that thing that they've always dreamed about.
You said you enjoy singing, and that's your talent. Do you have already a specific song that you have in mind for the next competition?
So I sang How Far I'll Go from Moana for the Miss Erie Canal
Good
competition.
choice.
Thank you, but I think I'm going to switch it up. So
Okay.
keep an eye out. I'm not sure what it is yet, but
I'm sure you'll kill it.
yeah, thank you.
So for Miss New York, what are you most excited about?
So we arrive a week early, and I get to basically spend the time with those girls. We consider it a sisterhood. So we do a lot of volunteer work through that time. We travel throughout Buffalo. The Miss New York pageant is in Buffalo this year. It just moved, which is pretty exciting. So I'm just excited to get to spend time with those girls.
And there's one other question that I have for you. It might be a tougher question,
Okay.
but media portrays pageants in a certain way. How do you see that compared to how it is in real life?
Yeah, so I'd say I ain't no honey boo boo. I tell people that all the time. These girls are so incredible and so talented. Miss America's go on to be doctors, lawyers, veterinarians. Part of winning the crown means that you have to be working towards or already have a bachelor's degree. These women are smart, educated, and are our future leaders. And sometimes it's not necessarily portrayed on TV, but that's how they are.
All right, thank you so much for coming in today,
thank
Krista.
you, guys.
Yeah, Krista's going to stay right in studio. Coming up after the break, she's going to teach us a little bit about pageant walks. Should be fun. Stay tuned.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
You've messed up your son's haircut.
Mom?
Do you A, try to fix it,
Like it never happened.
B, work with what you got, or C, show solidarity?
Thank you, baby.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Welcome back to Juice and Java.
We still have Krista Perhoda here, who is Miss Erie Canal 2017, and she's going to teach us a little bit of her pageant walk.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
What do you have for us?
Okay, so my favorite is the swimsuit. It's the most fun. You get to show off your personality. So what you're going to want to do is you walk, give some sass, hit this corner, leg back, look at the judges, maybe do a little spin, and walk off.
All right, you want to try that first?
No, ladies first, please.
Oh, you want me to try that
Yes,
first? Okay,
please.
okay.
I need to see it a second time.
You need it a second round?
Yeah.
Okay, so disclaimer.
I like the sass, though.
The
That's
sass.
something I'm
Give 'em a
looking
little
forward
sass,
to, the
yeah,
sass.
swimsuit, yeah.
I've never done any type of pageantry, so this is my first attempt at a pageant walk, everybody. Okay, so should I? Okay, and then
pose.
I'm gonna pose. Kind of look at the judges. Should I put like some sass in it?
Yeah, I love it. Okay, so when you're in swimsuit, it's called lifestyle and fitness. So you want to show the judges that you're toned and you have muscle and like you work out and you're healthy.
Because I totally do that.
You do, you do.
I do.
So you're going to want to take your front leg and kind of dig the front of your toes into the ground so you can see your calf muscle.
Yeah, really dig those toes.
And get that pose like that.
Wow, I'm like shaking. Are you supposed to shake when you do it?
I definitely shake during swimsuit.
Okay, yeah, I feel the shaking in my legs. Okay, I'm done.
Yes.
I'm up. I'm up. All right. So this I have to do sass and personality. That's all I know.
Yeah.
So it's coming here. Look at this camera. I'm gonna unbutton this.
Okay.
Ooh, yes.
Oh, he's got the leg.
And the serious eyes.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
And then personality. I'm just gonna go with a little
Oh yeah.
eagle for no eagle. Come back around, spin around.
Oh, the spin was good.
I feel like you did pageants as a kid. I feel like you're keeping a secret from all
I'm
of
not
us.
going to share any
A
information.
little toddlers and tiaras, maybe.
No. We're just going to keep that on the DL. Are there any other walks then for
Okay,
us?
so
I know
there's-
that's swimsuit, right?
It's swimsuit, lifestyle and fitness. So then there's evening gown, which is a little more elegant. You want to show your
Okay,
class and your
okay.
personal style.
I know we all have that.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
So you're going to want to walk a little slower. Look at the judges again. Do a big circle. And then pose. Kind of a personal preference in evening wear. I don't like to put my hands on my hips. Some girls do, but I go for more of a little classier look.
Okay, yeah. You still dug your toe, though, I noticed.
Yeah.
That's like the universal
I mean, it
thing.
depends on what kind of dress you're wearing. If you have
Okay.
a dress with a slit.
Yeah, I usually
No.
like dresses
Okay,
with slits.
okay,
Yeah.
Oh, do you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I'm
going
gonna
first
gonna,
again?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. So I'm gonna put my hands right here. So I just go in a little circle.
And then you're going to follow around with your
Yeah.
head. Yeah, you want to show the judges the back of the dress.
Okay, I got the back. Let's imagine I'm wearing like a super gorgeous gown. Okay.
Beautiful, beautiful.
All right.
That was
10 out of
wonderful.
10. 10
Yeah,
out of
wonderful.
10.
I feel like I'm really being
So
judged.
I gotta go one quick. It's just a little here, full circle.
Full circle, yeah.
Again, I'm gonna unbutton my dress here.
Wow, yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Love it. Love it.
Beautiful.
10 out of 10.
Beautiful. That's
Great.
great stuff. Yeah.
Thanks so
really
much for
great
coming in,
stuff.
Krista. We had so much fun
It was
with
a lot
you.
of fun. That was
Guys.
awesome. All right, we'll be right back.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hey, look, it's those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
What are you, superheroes?
Just four brothers who hate bullies and love this city.
Welcome back to Juice and Java.
Our own Gabrielle Caracciolo is in studio to discuss the latest Halloween costumes. Gab?
Thanks, guys. According to Google, Wonder Woman is the most popular costume this October. And it's no surprise after the success of the Wonder Woman movie had this summer at the box office. But you won't just be seeing this female superhero on Halloween. Girls of all ages who idolize Wonder Woman are in luck because she'll be back in theaters in Justice League in just 3 weeks. And coming in second on Google's most popular costumes list for 2017 is one of last year's favorites, Suicide Squad's Harley Quinn. There are multiple versions of this costume that depict Quinn at different points in the hit movie, but always with her signature pigtails and pink and blue makeup. Next up is a costume that caused quite a stir last year. The clown costume is back, and one particular clown, Pennywise from the movie It, is especially popular this year. But you can also expect to see a number of more traditional clowns out there as well. In fourth place on this year's list is the unicorn. There are a variety of different unicorn costumes, some as simple as adding a sparkly horn to a cute outfit or throwing on a comfortable unicorn onesie, but some more complicated versions of this costume include styling your hair into the unicorn horn. And rounding off the top 5 is an oldie but a goodie, the bunny rabbit. With the recent passing of Hugh Hefner, you can expect to see an increase in the already abundant number of bunnies you see this year. Also featured on Google's list are some Halloween costume staples like a witch, a pumpkin, and most of the Disney princesses. Google also released data about the most popular costumes by state, and while most states aligned with those featured on the top 5 of the overall list, some standout differences include Indiana, where the most popular costume is a dinosaur, the ninja in Alaska, and zombies in Minnesota. But if you don't have a costume yet, no need to worry. There are still a few more days until Tuesday, and I have a few quick tips on last-minute costumes. One cheap and easy way to throw together a last-minute costume is to put on an all-black outfit and buy a witch's hat, bunny ears, or cat and mouse ears, and there you go, you have a costume. And if you don't want to spend any money at all, you can look in your closet to break out your riding boots and a cowboy hat for an easy fix to your costume dilemma, throw on the jersey of your favorite athlete, or find some wrapping paper laying around and dress up as a present. But in the end, if all else fails, you can always take a pair of scissors and a white bed sheet, and you have a classic ghost costume in no time at all.
Thank you so much, Gabrielle. Yeah, I definitely need some of those tips because I'm a last-minute type of guy, more recently than I used to be. But one that I was kind of hoping I was going to see more of was Donald Trump. I feel like that's one that people are going to dress up as, right?
Yeah, I do feel like people are going to dress up as Donald Trump this year. You know, now that he's our president and not just a candidate, I do think that we'll see some Trump masks walking around on Halloween.
Exactly, and it was such a huge costume when Obama became president. I just assumed that Donald Trump would be in that top 5. But one of those that I really liked, I mean, there were a couple in there that I really liked.
I'm a huge fan of the unicorn one.
Yeah, the unicorn one was cool, right?
Yeah,
right?
I love the silver going on in the hair. You can really roll with that one. Like, so many different ways.
Well,
that's a fun one.
It adds a couple extra inches up top. It's an extra,
true,
right?
True.
Short people represent, you know. But it's something to look forward to, and I know that you're a big Halloween person.
Oh,
right?
I love Halloween. My friend group last night actually did the Disney princesses, so I was Tinkerbell. We had quite a fun night.
Did you have your pixie dust with you?
Oh, I had pixie dust all over my hair. I'm honestly surprised that you can't still see it. It was all over my hair.
Oh, come on. All right, that's fine. That's fine. Maybe next time, but. You know, we'll see how it all goes. I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to be.
It should be a fun Halloween. Coming up on Juice and Java, we'll continue with our Halloween talk and we'll taste some spooky treats.
Yeah, stay with us. It's going to be fun.
I already knew that I was going to go to college, you know, from a young age. I definitely want to major in political science, become the mayor or something, make the situation better for other people. My name is Justin, and I am your dividend.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness. I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
Every time I hear the alarm bell go off in school, I think it's an air raid.
A lot of houses in our neighborhood have been destroyed. I like to close my ears and sing songs whenever the bombs come close.
I'm worried our new neighbors won't like us.
But I know it's all gonna be worth it. I just want my family to be safe. But these are not my words.
These are not my words.
These are not my words.
Welcome back to Juice and Java.
The Halloween season has brought with it new themed food and drinks. Taco Bell and the Hershey Company have added a Kit Kat quesadilla. That's right, they call it the Chocoladilla, and it's added to its menu for a limited time. I can't even imagine what that one's like.
For its part, Starbucks has introduced the Zombie Frappuccino, the latest in its long line of mythically inspired drinks. The coffee chain describes this spooky drink as a mix of apple and caramel flavors.
All right, we wanted to see if these treats were really worth it and worth the hype. Unfortunately, they aren't selling the Chocoladilla in Syracuse, but lucky for us, the Zombie Frappuccinos were still in stock at Starbucks. Rebekah, you picked some up this morning.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's lucky that they were still in stock. Yeah. I'm a little nervous. As you can see, it's a green mixture, and it's got some red strawberry syrup coming down to look like blood. So it's very, very
really?
spooky.
That's what they told you?
That's what they said, yes.
Maybe this is actually blood. I'm not really sure what's going to happen once we try it. But you want to give it a try first?
Do you want to do it at the same time?
We can do it at the same time.
Okay, ready? Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
It's actually pretty good. I'll be honest. That one was pretty good.
You know, I was really expecting something awful. It's really not bad.
No, it's good.
I think I would drink the whole thing.
Right now, or? Okay, that's fair. Yeah, we kind of have a show to do, but I do like this. This is better than I thought, even with the brains and the blood and all of it.
Yeah.
Whatever it may
Noah
be.
was very nervous because he thought there was going to be coffee in this.
Yes, I did.
Noah does not drink coffee at all.
Let's just share that with the world.
I had to convince him that he was going to be able to drink this on the show.
Yeah.
And wasn't it a great experience?
It was a great experience. It was pretty worth it. I feel like a zombie now. You know, I feel like once you drink this, you get zombie powers. You get to do whatever you want as a zombie. So that's been fun. But it's definitely not coffee, which is a huge relief for me because, as you said, I don't really do coffee.
Yeah, I'm surprised that so many people online are saying that this isn't that good. They're like trashing it. But, you know, it's not amazing, but it's not awful.
No, it gets the job done. It's one of my favorite words, serviceable. That's what this is. This is very serviceable. If you need a little pick-me-up, a little something, it's nice. It gets the job done.
It's fun for Halloween. That's all for Juice and Java this morning.
Check us out online at CitrusTV.com and follow Citrus TV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
I'm Rebekah Castor.
And I'm Noah Eagle.
See you next week, Syracuse.